Okay, so we're going to have a look at another question from the 2022 HSC Standard 2 Maths paper. This is question 37. So in question 37 we're told the lifespan of batteries from a particular factory is normally distributed with a mean of 840 hours and a standard deviation of 800. It is known from statistical tables that the distribution, approximately 60% of the batteries have a lifespan of less than 860 hours. What is the approximate percentage of batteries with lifespan between 820 and 920? Okay, so we're told lifespan is normally distributed with a mean of 840, standard deviation of 80. So let's draw our bell curve. So we have an approximate bell curve for this data. It's centered at 840. And then we know particular percentages, 34% is upwards of 760. And then we have about 13.5% upwards of 680. 34% up to 920. And then we have about another 13.5% going up to 1000. These are all percentages. And then we have about 2.5% on either tail end. We could break this up further, but we'll just leave it like this for now. We are told in the question, from statistical tables, the distribution, for this distribution, 60% of the batteries have a lifespan less than 860. Okay, so 860 is about here. This is about 860. We're told 60%, everything less than this is 60%. So 60% are less than 860. What is the approximate percentage of batteries with lifespan between 820 and 920? Okay, well, we know between 840 and 920 there's 34%. Because this is symmetrical, 860 is as far from 840 as 820 is from 840. And that means 820 will be about here. There's 10% between 840 and 860 because there's 60% less than 860. There's 50% less than the mean, which is 840. So that means there's 10% from 840 to 860. And that implies that there's about 10% from 820 to 840. From 820 to 840. Now we note this is not a percentage, this is just the 820 marker. So if we want the approximate percentage from 820 to 920, that's going to be the percentage from 820 to 840 plus the percentage from 840 to 920. So from 820 to 840 is 10%. From 840 to 920 is about 34%. So this gives us a total of about 44%. And this is a rough estimate, right? So 44% is just a rough approximation based on the information we've been given, but this is the answer in this case. In terms of the marking, you get 1 mark for recognizing that certain percentages lie between certain bounds. So essentially 1 mark for identifying the numbers correctly on your bell curve. You get a 2nd mark for identifying either the percentage between 820 and 840 or 840 and 860 or some other equivalent. So 840 and 890 would be another acceptable percentage. 840 to 920 would be another acceptable percentage. And then for the 3rd mark, you have to have 44 with relevant working. So this is question 37. This is how we do it.